Hi everyone, hope you're all Tickety-Boo. Today we're going to be looking at a request from a chap called Orlando. Like I say in most of the videos, I always say leave questions down below in the comments. I'll always get back to you, and if it's something that you really want me to try out for you, I'll give it a go for you and have a look. But this one today is about the Canon R6 and the RF 24-70 lens. What he's asked for is to see whether or not it'll balance on the DJI Ronin RC2. That's this little beauty, and we're going to find out today. Right, we're going to get straight into it for you and get onto those measurements. So it'll only be a couple of minutes long, this video. But as always, here's today's little joke for you. What is a robot's favourite dance? Now, Peter Crouch will know the answer to this one.
A goal he deserves. We may as well enjoy it.
The human. Let's get into the measurements. So do you want the good news or the bad news? Let's go for the bad news first. As you can see, this is balanced on the Ronin SC2 or the RSC2. We've got the 24-70 with the R6, which is slightly heavier than the EOS R, all balanced nicely, and guess what? Don't go anywhere near the eyepiece. So the bad news really is the fact that if you've got a Ronin SC, you probably want to look at upgrading it if you've got this type of setup or the Canon EOS R. I'm also going to do a balancing test on this with the EOS R, and there'll be a link up here somewhere, around about here maybe. Okay, there's loads of different ones on the channel if you want to go and check them out with different setups, and if you've got any questions whatsoever, leave them down in the comments down below. But as you can see, this one works absolutely perfectly. Done the auto tune on it, and as you can see, when I do the balance test, every single axis comes up as excellent. That'll be here as well, just about there. Check that one out. But let's put this through its motions so you can see it all working. Into the 360 mode, works perfectly all right. And let's just go quiet for a sec. I keep telling you all this, but the motors are so quiet on it, you can't even hear them. Then we'll put it into the old portrait mode. Moves into there nicely. And then put it back to the normal one. But as you can see, it works perfectly. Now, you're going to want to know the measurements, aren't you? Before I do though, if you haven't seen any of my videos before, what I want to tell you about the SC is the fact that the SC, difference between the SC and the S is that this measurement here, or this, what's it called, clamp here that actually adjusts and different things like that, that one does move on the SC, but it doesn't on the S. So what you need to do with this, because there's no measurements whatsoever, is actually come up with some way of making sure that this distance here is always the same. So what I do, okay, is I've got the old lens cap, all right, and on the side here, I do it so that it's just the distance of the lens cap, all right, and then these measurements that I'm about to give you mean that it'll always balance, and then all you need to do is make a note of them in your book. So let's get the old gimbal switched off for a sec, and we shall show you all of the measurements. One thing I like about these new gimbals as well is how easy they are just to take apart like that. Right, so like I said, that gap there for that measurement is set up, all right? So first one you're all interested in, all right, let's release that one off. That setting there is dead on 5, and I'll show you a photo in a second. And this setting here is dead on 7.5, okay? So here's a photo of that one. The old sidearm, that one's there, that's got to be 1.6, hasn't it? So that means that down here we're at 5.6, okay? And here's the photo of that one. The back one, that's just over 4, so I wouldn't say it's 4.1, I'd say it's 4.05, okay? But on there, you'll notice that you actually got 0.5 right on the inside on line and there, so it is on its limits. But as you heard earlier on, and the motor's only set to medium on the auto tune for some reason, it hasn't gone up to high, so it doesn't think it's a really heavy setup. It manages it perfectly okay, and there's the photo of it. And the last one, as you can see, that's just above the 0 line. Again, it's right at its limit, so that's I would say that's 0.05. You can't really see the 4 there, so I can't say it's on 4, so I'd say it's on 4.05. Okay, again, here's a picture of that one. So there you go, Orlando. Hopefully you found that useful and you'll get on and crack on with your 24-70 on the RSC2. What I will do as well, anybody who's interested, I'm going to do it on the RS2 as well, seeing as I've got this lens now, and we'll get those measurements up for you as well. Plus we'll do the EOSR as well. If anybody's interested in that, leave a comment down below. That's it for the day. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the jokes at the beginning. I'm going to keep coming out with them. Stay safe out there, everyone. Have fun making stuff. Cheers and go on.